Hello everyone, hope you're all safe and well. Welcome to this program, Read Your Bible Through in a Year, and we are on day 26, and 26. Today we will be reading chapter 14 and 15 from the book of Exodus, and in the New Testament we will be reading Gospel according to Matthew chapter 17. So before we go to today's reading, quick reminders: if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please do subscribe, and don't forget to share this link with your friends and family. And there's the bell icon. Please don't forget to click on that so you can receive your notifications and reminder. If you have skipped yesterday's or if you have not heard yesterday's, please click on the link right hand top corner of your YouTube screen and you will be able to go back and listen to my teaching. Now let's go straight to today's reading, that is chapters 14 and 15 from the book of Exodus. Now towards the end of chapter 13, we read God leading the people of Israelite not through the Philistine territory but taking them around. So in chapter 14 we read that Pharaoh might think the reason why God took them around is obviously to avoid the war, because people might get scared and they might go back to Egypt. Now in chapter 14 they encamp at the Baal Zephon, and God asked them to encamp. Now the reason being, Pharaoh might think that these people are wandering in the desert so we can easily overtake them. There's another reason is also that Pharaoh's heart is ardent. Also in chapter 13, again just a quick recap, Moses takes Joseph's bones and they all travel. Now the king of Egypt hears these people are wandering about, so he chooses the best 600 charioteers and tries to overtake them. Now God has again hardened Pharaoh's heart. Now here is a miracle that God divides the Red Sea. Now I remember watching a National Geography documentary regarding this, and they say there's a scientific possibility that during that time there was a volcanic eruption, and that is why the people were able to take that as a landmark and walk towards it. And that's why they were able to see only the cloud at daytime, and at night they could see the fire kind of thing. So I don't know how far it is true, but it's just a thought I will share with you. I saw in the Discovery Channel. Well, with our God nothing is impossible, everything is possible with him. So I believe that he really divided the Red Sea. Now if you are very scientific, and yes, if you see it from the scientific point of view, there are lots of possibilities that this could have happened. Now he stretched out his hand and closed the Red Sea when the Egyptians were crossing after Israelite. Now the Egyptians are completely destroyed. This also, as we go and read in the further book of Joshua, etc., when the people of Israel reached their promised land, and the people there knew that the mighty God has delivered the Israelite from Egypt, and basically they have heard people cross the Red Sea, and God divided the sea in front of them. So now that is it's a very interesting miracle story. Again, you can read with your children during the night time. It's an easy reading. And also once they cross the Red Sea, Song of Moses and Miriam, sister of Moses, they sing a song. That is what we read in chapter 15. And this is God says in chapter 15 verses 25 that Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. Okay, now towards chapter 15, people grumble for water because they are wandering in the desert and they don't have water to drink, and there they find water, but the water is bitter. So God tells Moses, they are grumbling, and Moses cried out to the Lord, and the Lord showed him a piece of wood. He threw it into the water, and the water became sweet, and they called it as Marah, the water of Marah. Okay, so the Lord made a decree, and he said, if you listen carefully the voice of the Lord your God, what is right in his eyes, if you pay attention to his commandments and keep all his decrees, I will not bring on you any of the disease I brought on the Egypt, for I am the Lord who heals you. Then they came to Elim, where there were 12 springs and 70 palm trees, and they camped there near the water. So when they came to Marah, that's the first miracle. From now on, what we will be reading is the miracles or wonderful signs, the wonders and signs which God performed for the people of Israel. So far we read the plagues which God did for the Egyptians. From now on, now the people are going on their journey to Mount Sinai, and on the route, what are the miracles God performed, how miraculously he led the people. These miracles he performed so that he teaches the people of Israel that they have to trust God. They have to trust in every stage. Here is the first thing is the water. The next, coming chapters, they grumble about the food, they grumble about so many things, and how God leads these people. Is the million people who left Egypt, how God knows what you need. Their everyday needs are being taken care. So the bitter water of Marah turns sweet there, and also they come to Elim, and there we end chapter 14 and 15. It's basically they cross the first hurdle of the Red Sea, and they get to experience the first miracle of God, that is God providing them water. That is chapters 14 and 15. Coming to the New Testament, we are reading chapter 17 from the Gospel according to Matthew. Here we read two important things. The transfiguration. Jesus takes with him Peter, James, and John, the brother of James, and led them up to the high mountains. There he transfigured. Again, here we see this character of Peter. He says, how wonderful it is to be here, Lord. Let's make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. And again, he transfigures, and followed by another miracle of Jesus, where they healed the boy with a demon. The father of the boy comes to Jesus and says, look, I took this boy to your disciples, and they were not able to heal that boy. So Jesus says, how long can I stay with you? How long should I be with you and perform all this? He says, oh, unbelieving and perverse generation, how long should I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy. And he heals the boy. And also there's a question about tax. And of course, after Jesus and his disciples arrived in Capernaum, the collectors of the tax came to Peter and asked him, doesn't your teacher pay tax? And Jesus asks Peter, who do the officers collect the tax from their sons or from the others? Peter says, from others. So he asks, go and cast your net and get the first fish, and there you will find 4 coins, and go and pay tax for myself and for you. So there we end chapter 17 and today's readings. So today we read chapters 14 and 15, and also chapter 17 from the New Testament Gospel according to Matthew. And thanks for watching and listening. Stay blessed, and I will see you tomorrow, and goodbye.